Hello everybody and welcome back to Frugal in Norfolk. Today we are going to make a reduced fat chocolate mousse. Now I've tried no end of the recipes online that are made with cottage cheese and I haven't yet found one that I liked. So I've experimented a bit and I found that if you use cream cheese, for us at least, it just tastes a lot nicer and a lot smoother. So on your left is some maple syrup. And in the bowl with a spoon is 200 grams of low-fat plain cream cheese. We have some Bourneville cocoa powder there. And melting over a mug of boiling water is 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of dark chocolate, 75% dark chocolate. So let's get set up and I'll show you how to make it. Okay, here we go. So we've got the 200 grams of cream cheese, which I just want to agitate a bit to break it up, and into that we are going to add 1 tablespoon, a level tablespoon, Spain, no good adding Spain into it, is it, of cocoa powder. We'll just sieve it to get all the lumps out. And we'll just get that mixed in. Now this does not make very much. This is enough for 2 people. It is incredibly rich. You haven't got any of that sort of gacky lumpiness that you get with cottage cheese. This is my own recipe. I've experimented a lot to get this right. Into that we are going to add 1 tablespoon of 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Now we may need to add a bit more. It all depends on the cheese on any given day. So now we're going to stir that in. Sorry, I have to keep checking that you're still in. Now this is quite runny at the moment, but once this chocolate goes in, that'll make all the difference. Let's just put that to one side. Now this chocolate doesn't normally take too long to melt. It's just such a simple way of doing it, putting it over a little mug of boiling water. Keep stirring it and pushing it to make sure the last bits melt. Should have chopped it up a wee bit finer. Just add a smidge more water. Now you don't want your water touching the bottom of the bowl, because that will make a mess of the actual chocolate. Nearly there. Just one little lump somewhere, I can feel it. Other than that, that is done. Let's bring the cheese back. Stir that in. There was probably about 18 grams of chocolate in there, because you end up leaving some behind in the bowl. You can see it's sort of going to change over to the whisk now, because once that chocolate goes in, it sort of starts to set straight away. I don't want that. You can see that it has set into there a little bit, but that's fine. If you had somebody stirring while you were putting it in, that would help. Right, that does not need anything else now. So like I said, it is still a little bit on the thin side. Now, I haven't got any nice little glass bowls. I'm going to put a little dollop in the bottom of these. I've got room for a third one. I just want to neaten that up a bit. They will go into the fridge to harden up, and then we will finish them off, and I'll bring you back when that happens. See you soon. Hi everybody, welcome back. Now I've actually decanted this into a bowl a little bit early because it's getting close to tea time and we're going to want these for tonight. So this would normally be a little bit more set than this, but what I'm going to do is just decorate one edge with some raspberries to help cut through. Actually, put that there. And I've got a tiny little bit of icing sugar. Okay, I'll just get that ready, then I'll show you it. Okay, and there you have it. Not the best of light, but that will be absolutely beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope you have a go at making it because it is just lovely. Bye for now.